If you've ever felt unsure or awkward or just completely lacking in confidence on camera, don't worry, you're not alone. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to share a whole bunch of proven tips that will help you be more confident and engaging on camera. Let's go. Press record before you're ready. The moment you hear a record button go, or the moment you actually just reach out and press it, you're instantly, just hesitant. And you're like, oh, I got to deliver my line. But if you press it like a minute or two before you're ready to go at all, then that completely reduces the hesitation and it eases the nerves and it just kind of guides you in. And from someone that's directing talent quite a bit on camera, some of the best takes I've ever taken have been the ones where the person didn't know they were being recorded. It's far more natural. So press record before you're ready to go. Practice the micro wins. This is a huge one that will help you be more confident every time you do eventually hit the record button, and you will hit the record button. Now, it could be anything as small as just keeping direct eye contact with the lens as opposed to looking off to the side or over to the screen. When you're editing your footage, if you go, okay, hey, I just did not lose contact with the viewer. I constantly looked into their eyes. That is a micro win. It could be also something that you don't say certain crutch words like so or basically or whatever. Celebrate the micro wins because all of this stuff subconsciously just gives you a boost to the ego. You go, I did that. The next one is absolutely bonkers, but please stay with me on this one because this will help you change the mindset. Don't just turn up in a dirty old tracksuit, t-shirt, whatever. And here's the reason why. Forget about the audience. You're not dressing to impress them, but you're dressing to impress you. You can change your mindset. And I put it like this, right? You know, when you buy new clothes, like it could be a jacket or a jeans or boots or whatever, when you buy new clothes and you put them on, you instantly you feel good. That's what you should be doing on the video. Not necessarily saying buy a wardrobe for every single video that you make, but just have something that makes you feel good when you put it on. Dallas Cowboys hoodie aside. So this is all about changing the mindset, and new clothes have that profound effect, or different clothes. And it just puts you in the zone. It's bonkers, I know, but trust me on this one. Trust me, bro. Angles and lighting really do matter, and yeah, see, that's not a really good angle. No. I don't care if you're just starting out. Do not do what I'm doing and be directly under a light because it just doesn't look good. All you gotta do is put a light, any old light, anywhere, roughly around 45 degrees away from where you are. And that's it. But the most important thing is keep the angles in mind. Depending if the camera is low or too tall or too wide or too this, you will look a particular way on camera. Now, you shouldn't give a monkey's ass crack about how you look on camera to other people, but when you are editing your videos, you're like, oh, I look too fat, oh, I look too this, oh, I look too that. And that will absolutely crush your confidence. Be really conscious of the angle. If it looks good to you, that's all that matters. When it comes to becoming more confident on camera, it's how you talk to the camera. Now, I've dedicated videos on how to get better at talking on camera in 10 minutes. But this is, again, another mindset shift. If you're talking to one of your best friends in the world about just whatever, you're on the phone, you're meeting in person for a coffee or a drink, either way, you're just naturally talking to them. Now, have that same conversation with a stranger. And you're a bit more reserved, you're probably a little bit more cautious and assertive, but either way, you're not relaxed like you would be talking to your friend. Now, this is real kind of airy-fairy BS, but trust me, bro, just go with this. Just think about the person that you're talking to, okay? Think of them as your best friend, whether that's your dog, your cat, whoever it is. Just think of behind the lens as your best friend and just envision them, you know? Stick a picture of them on the top of the camera if needs be. Mine is ChatGPT, so I have the OpenAI logo, but outside of that, over the years, I've built a vast library of knowledge in my head, and not everybody will see every single video. But what I want to do is I want to start a cohort helping you, somebody like you, to actually be far more confident on work calls, on camera stuff like we're doing here, talkie, YouTube videos, whether it's presentations. I want to help the world talk to camera with confidence and be engaging. I'm starting a cohort. If you are interested, this is a very limited space. I have got a link in the description that's going to sign you up for an exclusive email list around this cohort. The start dates, what it costs. If this is for you, and look, don't sign up for this if you're not interested. Sometimes we just can't get it right. 50 takes later, you're still stumbling over the same old line. And the thing to remember with this is that's going to get you more frustrated, more annoyed, and it's going to start denting your confidence. You're like, I just can't say this stupid line. At that point, it is time to move on to the next part and fix it in post. I don't like fixing stuff in post, but everybody edits. You cut out the waffle, you cut out the mistakes. Don't be afraid of editing post-production. Don't be afraid of the occasional jump cut. It's all good, right? Just don't leave the constant mistakes screw you over. Edit with confidence. And once you have that in the back of your head, you also get this confidence mindset that you can be a lot more confident on camera, because sometimes the little mistakes that keep tripping you up, you can fix them in post. And the day will come that you won't have to fix those mistakes in post anymore, because you'll be just that damn good. Who knows you better than anybody? I'm sure some parents will go, I know you better than you know yourself. That's fine, but you know you better, and you know when you're rambling. You know when to reel it back in. There's probably a few trigger words that you will say, and then you know you're going off over this way. Once you start to learn those trigger words or recognize when you're rambling, boom, cut that part. That will stop all the insane ramblings. And in the back of your head, what you should always be saying to yourself, the video I'm making, is what I'm saying is actually moving it forward? Is it moving it towards the payoff? If it's not, if you want to be more confident on camera, if you want to be more engaging on camera, then there is only one way to really do that, and that's put in the recs. Not reps, recs. Rec button. Keep pressing it on a daily basis. Talk to the mirror. Talk to yourself driving the car if you drive. But either way, if you expect to be more confident and engaging on camera by recording one video every 2 weeks, it will never happen, my friends. It will never, ever happen. So press record. Just go every night at 8 p.m. I'm going to spend 20 minutes talking to camera. And then what you should do after that, watch it back. Watch where your eyes are. Are they always looking at the lens? Listen for all the crutch words. Are you kind of really rigid and stiff? Are you talking with your hands? Write all of this down. Don't just rewatch the video that you recorded. That doesn't go anywhere. It's just your private collection. Just write the stuff down, because unless you write it down, you won't remember it. Boom. Quick tip, if you're using any of the editing software that allows you to use markers, for example, Premiere Pro, if you press M, it'll put a marker on the timeline. Drop your clip in there, watch it back. Every time there's something, M, 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 M. Put all the markers on that clip so you know, oh, that's where I'm screwing up. And then just write it down. And then pick one thing for the next video and try not to do that. When it comes to talking on camera, then you have to know what you're talking about, right? Whether that's something that you're passionate about, something that you practice on a daily basis. Once you have something to talk about that you know a lot about, not only does that bring you passion, but it also brings you conviction to the screen. I could never talk about quantum physics. Could I talk about quantum physics? I don't know, DeLoreans, flux capacitors, 88 miles an hour. Is that quantum physics? See, when you talk about stuff that you don't really know about, even as stupid as you might envision your audience to be, and trust me, they're not, then they see through that really, really, really quickly. The reason I know this is I don't talk about quantum physics, but also after spending over 10 years as a commercial talk show host and trying all different methods at the start, people see through BS and hear through BS way quicker than you could ever imagine. So know what you're talking about. Once you gain all of the confidence in the world to be far more engaging and have some presence on camera, the next thing that you really need to be figuring out to make your content far more engaging is actually know about stories. I spent years writing, talking, typing, all that kind of stuff, all about stories. I think I might know one or two things, and this video will teach you more than those one or two things, just if you want to know how to make better stories in your vids. And I'll see you on the next one.